Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. In news, we hope Revival is now live. This also comes with the corresponding Forging Bonds event to go with it, so if you can, feel free tickets. Let's go for these nonetheless. So first off, we have Brave Alvarons, Majestic Glintnir, and it was Kanto distance +1, maximum 4. Obviously, Kanto just means after an attack, assist skill, restriction, can move again. It's this time, it's the Space from Star Imitation before +1, maximum 4. So, you know, if he moves 2 space and attack, he is 3, but he moves 3 and attacks, he is 4. No, so. As far as particular currents 1, at the start of turn, if there is an ally who inferiors become center of him, defense res +6 to him for 1 turn, and he can move 1 extra space. That turn only does not stack. And also, if his code counts max value, code counts +1. If he uses count, or if there's an ally who inferiors become center of him, defense res +X to him, defense res -X on foe. The X is 5 plus the number of allies from free which becomes center of him times 3. The maximum is 14. This damage is equal to 10% of his defense. Reduces damage penalty for his attack by 10% of his defense during combat. This excludes artifact specials. Also, when the special triggers, neutralize foes reduce damage by X% effect by non-special skills. And then if he needs his combat, or if there's an ally with free which becomes center of him, and clone count value is a maximum value, grants clone count -1. Also, for Kanto, once per turn, can have warp, and skills that give him an extra action trigger first. So if we give him like a Gale Force trigger first, he can move again, and then attack, and then Kanto trigger from that point. Making of a king. Boosts dice by 30% of his defense, plus defense from Great Talent when special triggers. Great Talent is just additional stat add-ons. They're not active as bonus effects. They're just basically additional stats added into the main stats. Reduce damage for attacks during combat by percentage equal to 40 minus 10 times the current code count value. Then at the start of turn, grants attack defense res Great Talent +2 to himself, and then attack defense res +1 on as a Great Talent to allies from free center of him. Then after combat, if his special triggers, attack defense res Great Talent 4 to himself, and then attack defense res Great Talent 2 to allies from free which comes under him. He caps at 20 on Great Talents to himself and 10 for the allies. Then fortification, attack -5 but 7 defense and res. So attack -5 and 7, 7 defense and res. Sorry. If he's in a space where the Fire Emblem effect is applied, he can counter attack regardless of foe's range. If he needs to combat, defense res +6 and foes damage is reduced by. Foes special damage is reduced by 10, so damage dealt there. And if he enters combat during the current turn, after he acts, in which case if other counter triggers after that again, applies the Fire Emblem Stone to his space and 2 spaces within his space for a turn. The Fire Emblem Stone is defense res +6, reduce damage foe special by 10, and reduce area effect damage these specials by 50%. Obviously, the Fire Emblems are once per tile, so if a new one is applied to where he would be, then it overwrites the previous one. Reopening. At the start of combat, the face space 1 resident or above. Attack -5 on the foe. Couldn't count -1 on foe per attack. Highest value size and stack. Deals damage equal to X% of his defense. Excluding your specials. And reduce damage before attack by X% of his defense during combat. Also excludes our effect specials. And if he can make a follow-up attack, or if he triggers the attack twice effect, the X is 10. Otherwise, the X is 20. And then Brave Life 4. For allies in 2 spaces of him, restores X HP to the ally as the combat begins. This triggers after effects will deal damage as combat begins. If the ally's defense is greater than the foe's defense, the X is 20% of the ally's max HP, plus the difference of stance times 4. Otherwise, the X is 20% of their max HP. Max is 40 of the allies' max HP. The plus damage dealt to the allies as combat begins. Highest bonus in stack. For allies in 2 spaces of him, defense +4, and reduce the effect of deep wound by 50%. So it just basically means it can heal like half the damage, half what they were meant to do. And if he's doing 2 spaces of an ally, basically the same effect. Basically, it's just that. It's just the same fact. Next up, we have Felix, new diamond sword. A solid search here, commence 1. It cannot be reduced below 1. Sorry, current count -2, but can never go below the max. Current count can never go below 1. He has counter attack, guards with range, and then calculate damage to foes' defense arrays. If he is covered, if foe's HP is 70% or above, or if the number of adjacent allies to him is 1 or less, attack speed defense raise +5 to him. Grants bonus to attack speed defense raise equal to 15% of his speed at the start of combat. Neutral effects and effects going to -X on him. And reduce the percentage of foes known reduce times by X% affected by skills by 50%. Sorry. Excluded air specials. Gust. 1 charge bangs the weapon. Boost times by 50% of his speed when special triggers. If his or the foe's special rally or they trigger before during his combat, and his speed is equal or greater than foe's speed -4, reduce the damage of foe's next attack by 40%. This is a once per combat, and excludes our effect specials. Attack speed sale. If your foe initiates combat after moving to a different space, attack speed +6, and then attack speed +X to him during combat. This X is the number of positions from start position to end position on him versus the combat. Max is 4. And also, if he initiates combat, reduce damage of foe's attack by X times 3 during combat. Exclude our effect specials. If foe's second trigger foe's special, reduce damage to him by X times 3. Ozzy during combat. Exclude our effect specials. Lone Wolf. If a skill compares his speed to the foe or ally speed, it's treated as if it's +7. If he is not used or has been targeted by an assist skill's turn during the current turn, he gets another action and then inflicts isolation on him and any perk or hoods that he has. In the following cases, he's initiated combat or has took action with it entering combat. This would predict priority over Kanto, by the way. These both effects are counted once per turn. So you can move and then enter combat, then move and attack, and then you have a third movement. So there. Then at the start of combat, if HP is 20% or above, or if the number of adjacent allies is 1 or less, attack defense speed res -5 from foe. Deal damage equal to 20% of his speed. This includes special damage before combat. And reduce damage before attack by 20% of his speed during combat. This also includes damage taken from a special trigger before combat. And also, if foe's second trigger for special, reduce damage by 20% of his speed. Again, includes specials trigger before combat. Isolation just means he cannot be hit with assist skills. And the step is, at the start of turn, he can move 1 extra space. That turn is a stack. If he or initiates combat out of the room to a different space, grants bonus to attack speed defense rates equal to the number of spaces from start to end your initiates combat, max 3. And neutralize foe's bonuses from skills like 4 if set your knowledge during combat. Next up, we have Bernadetta, the Insostable. Then it was Kanto, distance max 3. SL search here and effect against 5 foes. She will attack twice, regardless if foe initiates combat or not. If she initiates combat or if a bonus is active on her, attack speed defense rates +5 to her, and then bonus those 4 stats equal to 15% of her speed at the start of combat. Deal damage equal to 20% of her speed, excluding her specials. And reduce the percentage of foes non-special reduce damage by X% scale by 50%. And bonus damage usually means 9 buffs slash during action. Curve shot, 1 charge of weapon. Boost damage by 30% of the greater of the foe's speed or defense. If her or the foe's special trait or triggers before during combat, and if she can attack during combat, foe's next attack is reduced by 40%. As clear specials. Attack speed prime 4. If bonus is active on her, attack speed +X to her during combat. The axis number of bonus effects active on her, excluding stat bonuses, times 2 + 3, max 9. And so if the number of bonus effects active on her, excluding stat bonuses, is 4 or more, she can counterattack regardless of foe's range. Assassin Strike. If she uses combat, deals 7 damage to the foe as combat begins. This will not effects of reduced damage during combat do not apply here. That was not reduced before speed below 1. Speed defense -4 on the foe during combat. And deals damage equal to 20% of the foe's defense, excluding her specials. Paranoia is unique to her. At the start of turn, grants null follow-up to her and grants paranoia to her and allies when she specific her for the turn. Paranoia just basically means at the start of turn combat, if that unit's HP is 99% or below, attack +5, and also if the unit can combat can make a follow attack for the foe encounter. Or if foe initiates combat, if it's either in foe's range, it's equal to this unit's range, or the number of penalty effects active on the foe is going to stat penalty is 3 or more, they can counterattack regardless of. Sorry, before the foe's first attack. Also, this excludes effects when Saber's trigger. Other than that, deals one damage to her and those allies for the turn. So it will always set up paranoia. Then at the start of turn, if she's been five spaces of a foe, and fix penalty effects active on her own closest foes, and any foes within 2 spaces of those foes, neutralize any penalty effects active on her, excluding that penalty, including penalties that reflected at the start of turn. So if she was hit with like the counter attack, it gets put on the foe and she doesn't have it anymore from what it seems to me. Then the start counter, if HP is 99% or below, attack speed plus 5 to her, neutralize effects and effects can minus X on her. No follow-up just means if they outspeed the foe, neutralize effects that guarantees full solo attack and defense. Guarantees full solo attack and defense stars. And finally, Brave Female Robin. Assaulted Tactics. Assault for tier count 1. If a rally removes this skill, that which is also used by her, or if there is no defined pain ice currently applied by her or the allies, applies the defined pain ice to 2 spaces away from the target auto removed for 1 turn. This excludes spaces that are occupied by foes with sugarable terrain other than the defined pain ice, and more of the fights in win. The defined pain ice basically just acts as like a thing of structure they have the opponents have to block basically. And it has to like break by 1 like 1 health stuff. Then after she acts or counter triggers after that, or to start the enemy phase when the failing in infrared, if they're notified pain ice, currently applied by her and the allies, applies it basically. And then the start combat, if HP is 25% or above, inflicts points of foes attack speed res equal to 5 plus the number of allies or inferior to combat center of her times 3. The maximum is 14. Neutralize penalties on her. Neutralize effects and effects can minus X on her during combat. And also, when special triggers, neutralize foes to reduce X% back by non-special skills. Flares, 2 charge effects weapon. If her HP is 70% or above, when the spell triggers, boosts damage by 60% of the foe's resistance. If it is under 70%, when it triggers, it's 40% of the foe's resistance and restores 5% of her maximum HP. Attack speed finish 4. If she's been free space an ally, attack speed plus 7 during combat. And then also, if her special is rally or triggers during or before this combat, she deals initial plus 5 damage. Although the damage plus 5 damage is exclusive to effect specials. And when she deals damage to foe during combat, heal 7 HP to herself. If no damage is dealt, she'll still heal it. According to the plan, at the start turn, if HP is 20% or above, attack speed plus 6 and counter 1 is granted to her and adds 2 pieces of her for the turn. And affects Hush, Spectrum, and Panic on closest foe. And any foes in 2 spaces of those foes action. Hush Spectrum is attack speed defense rest minus 5 on foe. On them. During combat. And if their attack can trigger their special, inflicts current count plus 1 on them before the first attack. This never sees maximum current value. And if their maximum current value is reduced, as the special triggers accelerated, and their attacking and foes attack can trigger foe special, grants current count minus 1 on that foe before their first attack. So basically the opposite of Spectrum. Rally Spectrum. Then in Star Combat, if HP is 20% or above, attack speed defense rest minus 5 on foe. And then she deals plus X times 5 damage, max 25, excluding her specials. Reduce damage by foes first attack by X times 3, maximum 15 during combat. This acts as number of bonus effects active on her and penalties on foe. These exclude stat bonuses and penalties respectively. And obviously first attack means first strike, yada yada yada. And finally, Creation Pulse. If penalty is active on foe, attack speed plus 3 to her during combat. And also if her attack can trigger her special, grants special can minus X to her before her first attack during combat. The X is the number of penalty effects active on foe, excluding stat penalties, and the maximum is 2. Quite a bit of thing here, but best looking your summons, of course. Summons who you want, of course. I already have Alphonse and I have Felix, and I don't have Bernadette and I don't have Robin, so I'll go for Robin. Outside of that, the next votings are up now, which is at Arm, Barini, and Pisazi. That's Pisazi. Attuned. No, Edith, Regine. Then it's Attuned, Lindy, and that Brian Pasaze. Then it is the Book 9 Stunning Banner, which has Rune, Attuned Hector, and rearmed. Why am I forgetting her name? Matthew's girlfriend, whose name I'm forgetting. Leia, I think it was. And then it is Attuned Bridget's Banner. So yeah, best of your sums, of course, on your votes and stuff like that. I'll see you next time. Bye.